Hey guys, welcome back to That Gamer Girl. It's Blair, and in today's video, I want to say a big thank you to the one person that voted, even though I set out the poll pretty late, and he voted just in time for me to make today's video, and you voted for an obby / story time, so I'm going to be doing that today. Sorry, I'm super overstimulated right now, guys. I don't know. Whew. Okay, because there's so much happening, so much school and everything. So yeah, I just had a nice cry, but I'm fine. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna tell you guys the story of when I got hacked really bad in the 6th grade. So in in 6th grade, so that's like 2 years ago. I'm in 8th grade now. I think I was around 12. Oh my god, this thing is stressing me out. So it was like over winter break, and one of my best friends, Sophia, was going to be moving away. And so obviously her school Gmail account wasn't super secure since they were going to get rid of it since she was moving. And so it wasn't super secure. So that's kind of, I think, pretty much how she got hacked. I don't know though. So I randomly get a text and it says, "Hello, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm here to help you girls go back home." And we're like, "What? So I text, like, what's going on? Like, it's a text from Sophia, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Elizabeth, blah, blah." And I was like, "LOL, like, I'm not falling for it." And then I get another text, and it's like more like hers. Like, it's not fancy or all capitals, or like, it was like just like the way she would text. And I was like, "Wait, that's not me. I swear it's not me." And I was like, "LOL, like, what's going on?" And the hacker, or Elizabeth, is like, "Well, I'm here to tell you girls the truth." Oh god. "I'm here to tell you girls the truth." And we were like, "What's going on?" So the first thing that she said was, "First, you girls are from a faraway planet called Lynthia. You are both princesses. Blair, your real name is Brielle. At the time, my favorite name in the entire world was Brielle." And so I was like, "Woohoo!" Like, "Oh wow, that got lucky." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love that." And she was like, "Sophia, your real name is Lily," and that was just her favorite name. And I swear to God right now. And that was her favorite name, so we were like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." She was like, and she was like, "Brielle, you're the princess of the dark realm," which I was like, that's weird, because I'm sorry, but I feel like I don't give off a dark realm, mean person vibe, except for right now when I'm like having a panic attack, like a mental breakdown on a panic attack, but so I was like, "Okay, dark realm, that's a little weird, but whatever." And then so they come and they were like, and then they're like, "Brielle, you were sent to Earth because you're the prince." Oh shit. Okay. And she was like, "Since you're the princess of the dark realm, this way. Since you're the princess of the dark realm, yes, the rest of your family's mean, but since you were raised on Earth, you're not mean like them. Your mom didn't want children, but she sent you away because she didn't want you, and your dad left the home when you were young." And I was like, "Oh damn, that's really sad." But I was the oldest of 3 younger siblings, which I've always wanted, being so close in age with my no. But being so close in age to my sister, I've always kind of wanted like that younger sibling experience. And Sophia, she was like, "Lily, you have an older sister that you can always look up to," and shit like that. I'm kidding. And yeah, you can always look up to her, which she always wanted, since she had always had the younger siblings. So we're happy with that. She also told us that we look different, when I really have super dark brown hair, like hazel, like amber eyes, and dark skin. she told me that I had like super wavy, like different, like a little bit lighter brown hair, green eyes, freckles, and I was just like everything I'd ever wanted to be. And she told Sophia, who actually, like, she had like curly brown hair and green eyes. She told her that she was a blue-eyed blondie with straight blonde hair, which is what she'd always wanted. And we were like, and we were just super happy. And like for a kid that's like super excited about something, they believe it. Like when something goes their way, they believe it. And yeah, so we believed everything. And then she was like, so listen, I have like secret cameras on you. Secret cameras on you, so I know what you're doing at all times. And that's because you have a tracker because of when we sent you back to Earth. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we want proof. Because we were like, I don't believe, like, sure, this is cool and stuff, but, like, I don't believe it. Like, obviously we were, like, surprised that they knew everything that we'd ever wanted. But we were like, okay, but I need proof. Like, we weren't that stupid. We were pretty stupid, but, like, not that stupid. And so then we decide to call. And we both decide to do some things. So basically, so she was like, okay, you go get something to eat, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do after this call, and we're gonna see if she knows it. So I go and I get a bowl of spaghetti and I just eat it, and she tells me I'm gonna go take a shower after this. We're fine. After this call. And then we were like, okay, what did we say? And she says, so you're eating spaghetti and you're gonna go take a shower. So we start to believe her. And so I was like, so I started getting suspicious, like, Sophia, is it you? And she swears to God. She was like, okay, look, you text her and you're gonna see I'm gonna have my hands off the keyboard when she responds. So she holds her hands up, and yep, sure enough, they respond. So I knew it wasn't her. Yeah. And so then she was like, okay, so you guys have to like do potions to get your stones, because apparently these stones would reveal our powers and get our wands and stuff. And we were like, okay, we can't do that now. And because like she was already in Mexico, she'd already moved away, like she'd already traveled, and we were not in the same part of the world. And she was like, okay, that's fine. Then you can just plan your party. So, she let us plan our party. So she was being all cool, and we got to kind of live our fantasy lives. And we planned our welcome home parties and our crowning balls, and it was so much fun. And so we believed it. Yeah. And then we talk. And then she starts giving Sophia, she was like, listen, so Lynfia is in Mexico, and she was going to Mexico. Did we finish? Oh, yay, okay. And she was going to Mexico, and so she was like, okay, so I guess this is like, ooh, I want to go to Strawberry Milk Tower. Well, that's a different game. Whatever, we'll just do this. But yeah, so she was like, okay. So she tells her to go to a park and go to like the bush on the left or whatever. I'll go turn it off. And the bush on the left is like, and she's like, go to the bush on the left and you'll find this and you're gonna find your wand. Like, and so she goes and she doesn't find anything. And then soon enough, yes, they take her account away. So she wasn't able, so we hadn't gotten anything from the hacker anymore. And since we hadn't gotten anything from the hacker anymore, like, we were like, oh no, like, I guess this is done. So I started trying to get the hacker on my account because we thought it was real. And so I got her on my account, and she was able to get on my account. I did a bunch of things to get her on there, which was obviously super stupid, but I did. And so she was back on my account. She was back with us. And then she tells me, can you please tell Sophia that I realized that I made a mistake. And while I was gone, I realized that we made a mistake. Also, it's Alyssa. It's no longer Elizabeth. And we got everything wrong. And so I told Sophia. And she was like, no, you're kidding. Like, I have to be Rose. Who else could be Rose? And so we're going to call this girl Beth. Same Beth in the last Q&A. And we were like, okay, it was Beth. So I was still her. Except that she was like, hello, I'm Alyssa. Elizabeth got fired for getting everything wrong for you guys. And we were like, okay. And yeah, so Sophia had nothing to do with it anymore. Except that, yes, in between that time when she found out it wasn't her, obviously she was angry. I would be angry too. And so she went and she told all of our parents, like, that I'm getting hacked, that I'm believing it and stuff. And which was super actually nice of her. Like, she just wanted the best for us, all of us. So she did that. And even then, we changed my password, and somehow Alyssa got my password back. Now, I do want to say, though, like, Alyssa is obviously the same person as Elizabeth, but she called herself Alyssa instead. Yeah. And so Alyssa, she got my account randomly even after we changed the password, put a bunch of security on it. Yeah, so then she came and she was like, okay, your real name is Everly. I had the same backstory, but she like kind of added more depth to everything. The real princess's apparently name was Rose, and that's what Beth was called. Rose, and she loved the name Rose, obviously. I like the name Everly, it just wasn't like my first choice, but Everly, whatever. And then she kind of gave us more depth. She even added more people. For example, she added the bookworm of our friend group. She added one of my friend's boyfriends, just super random and awkward because the girlfriend wasn't even there. He added Beth and her boyfriend, and Beth and this other theater kid that she ends up liking. And yeah, so it's all of us. So me and Beth's boyfriend are both in the dark realm, so we're known for being evil. And then the bookworm and my friend's boyfriend are both part of the summer realm, so they're all happy and nice. And then the theater boy and Beth are both part of, they're just both part of like the people that are like in charge of everyone and everything. Yeah. And I remember Alyssa was being super like, or what they would call realmist, towards me, and we're gonna call him Jason. Me and Jason, for being part of the evil realm, even though we weren't evil. And yeah, so we did not enjoy it. So we were like, we started being like, hey, we want a different guide. They were like called a guide. And we got to interview a bunch of different people by my chat. And there's a lot of speculation around the people that I knew who were like, I'm sure that it's you, Blair, pretending to be a hacker for attention. Obviously, it wasn't true. Yeah, and we interviewed a bunch of people, and we ended up with a guy named, like, Alexander. He was our guide. And from here, Alexander was, like, straight to the point. He was still a little realmist, but a little nosy, too. So he was like, okay, I need to start with some tests so I don't make the same mistakes that Elizabeth made at the beginning. So first, there was a color theory test, and he made a slideshow with a bunch of different color schemes, like mixes of two colors, just gradient screens. And we had to write the name of which who was who. Like, for example, if there's like pink and purple, I had to say which. Oh my god, I hate this. So I don't like Strawberry Milk Tower. And I was like, and we had to just say which of the six of us was that color, and if we got it right, sure, he believed us. Then we did a bunch of different tests and things, and he also asked us questions like, who's your crush? Which made us think like, if this isn't true, it must be a kid at school if they want to know crushes. And yeah. So they wanted to know our crushes, and I ended up like getting a crush. Oh wait, well, so Beth in this time she breaks up with Jason and she gets with a theater boy, and so I start getting feelings for Jason. Jason starts getting feelings for me. We were kind of going through the same thing. He was kind of protecting me when they were mean to me. So I guess we kind of liked each other. So we told each other about it. So we had to tell that person about it because we tried to lie and say random kids from our school or names that this person wouldn't even know. But he was like, no, I don't believe you. Like, I know what the truth is, I know what's not. And we were like, okay. So we told the truth, and she ended up telling, Beth, and me and Beth can get two big fights into a big fight. And I will do that story time separately if you guys ever want that. And yeah. So, so we end up getting together and whatever, and yeah. Then it was time to actually get, and he was like, okay, it's time for you guys to get your powers. Like, it's been too long, and you guys haven't had your powers. So he's like, okay, I want you guys to meet up. Like, everyone has, like, it's like a birthday, what we had. It's a day that you can retrieve your stone. And your stone is what gives you power. So they're like colorful little glass stones, I guess. I still have mine in I kept mine in a little gold, like a little tiny gold box shaped like a heart. And, oh no, we fell all the way to the bottom. Like in a gold box shaped as a heart. And yeah. I still have it, and they were like, and so we all had dates to get our powers that would reveal different things about us. So the first one, we were pretty nervous. So he was like, okay, so you guys have to make a potion to get your thingy. So basically, so one of us had to bring wood, one of us had to bring flowers, one of us had to bring glitter, one of us had to bring leaves, like, it was, like, stuff like that. One of us had to bring water. It was, like, a lot. And we meet up, like, in our school, like, behind the theater, which is, like, a little foresty area, to come and meet and make potions. So, and all 6 of us had a separate date to do it, so we, like, met up secretly, and obviously our friend group was mad at us, like, why do you keep ditching us for these people? And we were like, I'm sorry, like, it's nothing, like, we were being all secretive, so there was a bunch of drama. I will tell you guys about that drama later, but I probably don't have time for that right now. And yeah, so we get the potion, and I was the one so everyone had to close their eyes and count before coming to retrieve the potion. So we'd mix up the stuff in a little container, and then each of us, in turns, would have to go and hide it behind the corner. Then we'd all have to come and count to 30, and count to 30 and come back and see if there's a stone. And all of us had a stone. So people were like, okay, you're putting it there. And one of the boys, the theater kid, he was like, okay, if it's not you, Blair, I can't do this. It's against my religion to do witchery and sorcery. And we were like, okay. Like, so he just didn't come back. And he was taken away. So he was replaced by another girl who was supposed to replace Rose. And yeah, so there was a lot of drama around that. But yeah, so we had a new Rose. And give me 1 second because, yes, I'm being overwhelmed again. So yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Yes, people are overwhelming me and yelling at me per usual. So, yeah, I'm fine though. Yeah. So yeah, what was I saying? It's because of all of them. They just can't. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll be fine. And if I get overstimulated easily, but yeah. So yeah, so there's a lot of drama around that, which I will, like, address later in a different story time. But yeah, so, and then we kept doing the rocks. And oh my god, I can't. I hate this obby. Let's leave this obby because this obby is like 10 times worse than the one we were doing before. Like, bro. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to be doing. Because we've not been able to finish that one. These, I think, are a little easier, which I prefer. Let's do the blue one. And yeah. So, then they tell us, like, what would happen to us in the future. And this guy starts saying, you and Jason are becoming evil. So you guys have to start staying away from them. And they also tell me that I would turn out being a teen pregnant, like a pregnant teen, which obviously I didn't want. They said a lot of different things about our futures, and they said that my forever age would be 24, or I would be 24 forever, and all of us had different forever ages, which are just ages you are forever, and the forever age of your children, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I was going to be 24 forever at that point, and yeah, and I was going to have that pregnancy that I didn't want, and there was just a lot of stuff. It was like, and based on this guy, me and Jason were slowly becoming evil. And then here's this one part that kind of crossed the line. So he was being really mean to us, saying, you guys are turning evil. I didn't feel like I was becoming evil, as I felt like I'm like generally a warm person. And I was dating Jason, and even he was like, she isn't going to become evil. And I was like, he isn't going to become evil. Like, no way. And yeah, but then, I'm anemic. And so, oh shit. And so I felt like I passed out. And obviously for the creepy reasons, this person knew that I passed out. So he was like, listen, she's in her process of becoming evil. Oh my god. And then she's in her process of becoming evil. Like, oh shoot, I do not want to open Roblox Studio. I don't use that app. Okay. But yeah, whoa, I don't want to. What is happening? Okay. That was overstimulating. But yeah. And so he was like, so I fainted. And he was like, yeah, she's just in her thing. Like, listen, you guys are going to make it worse. And they were like, okay, I'm reporting it. Like, if you hurt her, I'm reporting it, obviously. And so then we report it and we say everything. And yeah, so that's kind of how it ended at that point. But yeah, so we were like I guess I just want to say we're all pretty scarred from like, what? Again, people just aren't leaving me alone, but it's okay. I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, so I guess that's gonna be like a fun little thing in the video to add, But yeah, so that's kind of how it ended, but I feel like all of us have been pretty traumatized by that time, being like, hacked by a person, telling us we were different people, and like being like kind of bullying us sometimes, and it was really a lot to deal with, especially, I was only 12. All of us were like 11 to 12, and it was just a lot. So anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video. It was a lot to talk about for sure, and there was a lot of stuff happening in my life while filming it, so hopefully I'm able to post this one without my parents nagging me, because trust me, it is a lot to be nagged all the time, or to be like, I don't know. I've had a stressful week, guys, and it's only Monday, so you know what, it's winter break after, and I'll be able to make your videos every single day, which is super exciting. Anyway, remember to like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I think I already said that. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.